Guys, Gail, now where we left off was I just hope that I can get a spar at the moment. Attack like in the battle training, but I cannot focus on him now. Ida is the priority. He felt his hand in his shoulder. He turned to see Airuzu. What should, what should, we should head to the area, waiting area. It's almost time. He nodded in his head, and they were left, they left recovery girl office. As they headed to the waiting room, Yaruzu checked on Midoriya one last time. Are you sure you're okay? Nothing out of place? I'm fine, I'm sure. Thank you, thought. I'm still not used to having people fret over me so much. Besides, my mom, that is. Yaruzu reasoned about that. He has he has no one ever worried for him. With a quirk like that, someone should have constantly keep an eye on him. Then again, Uraraka has told the stories from her past and stories that Ida had told her, but she never mentioned anything about Midoriya's past. In fact, the only thing anyone know about Midoriya past is he went to the same school as Deku. Speak of the devil, Iris and Midoriya looked to the see Bakugo on the stair, heading to the class seat fresh from his fight with Tokiyami. Momo would question why Midoriya flinching at Bakugo at the later date. The hell are you doing? Where the hell are you this extra doing here? Momo decided to ignore that. Midoriya started to lock up and sweat unwillingly. Oh, I'm just up next. I am heading to my waiting area. Yairuz was escorting me. Of course, you can even walk from the to place by yourself, nerd. Teach, whatever. Don't think you just because you beat the icy horse you can beat me. Your stupid plans won't work like during the battle training. You planned, you gave the round face directly. Your plan, you gave the round face and didn't work, so didn't don't expect any other to it either. Miru actually got a serious look on that. I didn't make that plan, Bakugo. Look about what? That was all her cut, and she managed to do it all her own. Momo picked up all that. He's right. He just because you pay us no mind doesn't mean we are not capable of anything. Teach. Bakugo walked away after that, leaving the Quirk inheritor and the Kirishin Quirk user alone. Yaruzu looked to Izuku. Come on, we should hurry. Do you do you remember your plan? Yaruzu asked, wanting to ask why Midoriya looked all from Bakugan but clank up to his self-estimate issue coming into play. She would have to save it for later. They entered in the waiting room, and Midori answered, "I have got it. I think it should work." Now for one last match, the semi-final, we have the Quicksilver of Soundness and the perfect Tenya Ida up and against the mean green beam who has been making us cleanse our buds in anticipity with every match. Izuku Midoriya would fight over the ring. Midoriya breathed deeply and exhaled. Two more fight, two more. I have only done it. I can do this. I can do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Meiju grabbed his arm and gently squeezed. Good luck, she said with a warm smile. Maybe I can. He walked to the ring, bowed to either, giving him each other look satisfying since they might be friends, but it wouldn't hold back at the effective end. Lady Midnight picked her microphone and said the first combat began. 2 minutes ago, when Ida heard Midoriya's name and came out of the intercom system, he was surprised by the say the last. Not only did he think that Midoriya was not supposed to fight, but even by some miracle he made it out of surgery in time. Uraka never told him. He had asked her info from him of Midoriya's status. Anything happened? Why didn't she call? Did she not even know? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm glad he's okay, but is he really on his shape to fight? As Ida walked out in the ring, saw Midoriya across the platform with medical tape covering his right arm. If Uraraka hasn't had any chance to inform me, and he's still covering his arm, that must mean he gotten out of surgery. He must be dead. He must be dead tired. He can't fight back like this. But I swear to myself, I would win for my brother. Besides, Midoriya want me to hold back and for or forfeit for his sake. I'm sorry, Midoriya. But I want to win. I want to win too. I know you and you will understand. I'll finish this quickly as you can get proper rest. Combat ready, combatants ready. Begin. Receptio. I what the fucking attack? I don't know. Reception burst, I guess. Receptio burst. Yes. In a blink of an eye, Ida was across the ring, directly in front of Midoriya, his right leg swinging. I'm sorry, Midoriya, but I have to win. When Ida noticed that before the match started, Midoriya had already put his finger in flickering position, aimed directly at the ground. Ida swinging down, ready to knock Midoriya out quickly as his calm victory. But when he hit the air, what? Sorry, Ida. Ida looked up behind to see Midoriya up in the air. Had once again used his flicker to his advantage. His plan was ready to succeed. 50 minutes ago, back to the Imperial office, Midoriya had just gotten his car off and gotten his chest off and Momo applying medical tape to his arm. Must think this way to distract from the closeness to the girl. Momo spoke for him. So you have any idea for fighting against Ida? I have only seen one Ida fight, but from what I've seen that due to his quirk, he can only assume he always tries to end the fight fast. He will most likely lunge at me at the start. He seemed like my flicker finger before, so we could feel like his mobility won't help him before much. His receptive burst is too fast even for my new ability. My reaction time won't be fast enough, especially if I can decide which part of my body to spend the power to. Mutter, 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 mutter. Mama sat up as she watched as the piece together everything like a computer. His hand was rubbing his chin and bowed following and unfollowing as he found a problem and the solution. She had to admit it was impressive how fast he could think and speak like that. And a little cute. Midoriya, she said, snapping her finger in front of her face, and he becomes startled. I looked back and a blush crept onto his face. I'm sorry, I can help it. Sometimes it's okay, but I think I caught Moshe, so Ida seems like an opponent that wants one chance either way. Either you hit him out with the start and he wins, He or he misses you manage to start the ring and you win. Yaruzu said as also trying to put something together. Yeah, at least those are most likely outcome. I think the best chances would be to catch him off guard. Let me get close and dodge. Even if I manage to get the receptive burst list 10 seconds, then he would recover easily. Momo looked at Midoriya. Then you would have grounded him or knocked him out of the balance. He can't recover if you continue or you can stay it out like this. Ida's quick quirk is unstable against flying opponent. Are you sure that super strength of you doesn't come out with flying like Hercule era superhero from comic? Momo joked. Midoriya laughed too. I wish, but far as I know, wait, what is it, air? He saw Yaozu look at him confused and decided to elaborate. In my fight with Kachan during the battle training, he used his explosion to maneuver and launch himself into the air like he did the same in the finger as like fight with Todoroki. If I put 5% into my finger and launch them and up as I see Ida close to me, he'll be caught completely off guard. Flicking my finger taken most of no majority opponent. Anyway, so I can be done quick under the radar. Yaruzu's eye light up and understand. That's a perfect. I think that will I know I have an idea how can you get him off balance. You know. We seems to have to make a good team, Midoriya. We should partner up more in the class, Momo said. As a friendly smile on her face, Midoriya blushed at a million times and nodded. Yeah, of course. I actually have some idea of our core work together. We can He held by his finger and his lip. He looked Yairo's head, a nervous man. Let's just focus on your battle for now. We will talk about that later, she said, stomping him. Get him when out of an hour of their work. Right. Sorry, by the way, you read old comics too? Yeah, there's a light blush from the. Oh well, I love to read, and in this world of hero, I was bound to come across them at some point. I haven't read many, but they're interesting. Meadow looked at her away. Why has this universe only just now introduced me to her? Mama smiled anyway. Here, what should you do? Back to fight. As Midori looked down in the ground at Ida, he noticed his surprised expression as was starting to fade and as engines started revving, as he could hear Airozu's plan in his head. As soon as you're in the air, you won't have much time to act before Ida recovers the attack again. Midoriya rushed his hand to the sky. So, you need to make sure he cannot recover. Knock him off balance. Delho smash! This is where your strength come in. Immediately shoot yourself back up at the ground, right next to Ida. As Meteor rocketed in the ground, as he raised both of his hands together, clapping them tightly. Clasping them tightly, he began to shooting 5% out of Bodo's arm and slam. Florida, Florida, Florida smash! Both of Midoriya's hands smashed into the pavement, cracking around in the arena, sounding the radiator of his force. Ida slumber, stumbled backward, only a yard or two away from the edge. That that's when you got to finishing blow. Midoriya leaped Ida to pulling back his arm and shooting forward. Smash! Hurt. Yes. Now Ida blocked the blow with his arms, but the force still knocked him on his feet, making the engine useless. He felt himself go backward. Ida felt his feet hit the ground again. He had about 5 seconds of his burst left, so he put his foot forward, ready to launch again. Ida was out of boundary. Midori is the winner. The class president looked down in shock as his feet were out of the bounds. I lost. Ida saw another set of feet in front of his own. He looked to see Midoriya standing in front of him. Had busted. Good match, Ida. Tenya couldn't help but feel disappointed. I'm sorry, brother, I failed, but I cannot be sore loser. Midori won fair and square, and his friend and his class president. I should be happy for him. I shouldn't ignore such good sportsmanship. He took Midoriya's hand and shook it to. Well done, my friend. Well, look at that. Talk about sports and sportsmanship. Let's give these two a round of applause. Meru and Ida walked back to the inside and the cheer of the audience as they made inside. Ida turned to Midoriya. I must admit, Midoriya, that was quite ingenious. That was quite a genius plan. The medical tape to make me think that you were still recovering was a perfect cause. I fell right for it and tried to attack instantly, and the class 1A president said, chopping his hand. Oh, that wasn't a part of the. He was stopped by a nudge on his back. He see Yairozu. She smiled and whispered him, just take the compliment. Yeah, thanks, Ida. Ah, greetings, guys. I take that you saw the fight. Yes, I did. You both were incredible. Ida gave him almost a sour smile. No, I failed this fight. I don't even last 1 minute. Midoriya was truly incredible one. Bzz. Ida felt around his pocket, seized the phone. Forgive me, but I really need to must take this. It's very important. I see you both later. Midoriya, good luck against Bakugo. With that, he walked off and received a phone call that would cause them to see or hear from Ida for the next few days. He looked to Midoriya and said something, but he saw his expression eyes were widened as he was sweating terribly. Midoriya, what's wrong? He looked down and spoke. Kachan. I have to fight Kachan next. All, all right, folks. This is all the come down to this. The final round of the tournament. The explosive bomb, blonde Katsuki Bakugo versus the entertaining MVP of the tournament, Izuku Midoriya will start in 5 minutes. Yaozu realized the problem. She had idea avoid the personal issue with each other, but Bakugo fighting Midoriya is very dangerous, and angry Bakugo, they wouldn't have enough time form a real plan against such skilled opponent. She couldn't tell that Midoriya's mind nature lacked the confidence made him extra jumpy. He tends to flinch whenever Bakugo made some kind of movement gesture toward him. She wanted to know, but as if she wasn't close enough to Midoriya just yet. Besides, he clearly wasn't not mind us to bring up bad memory. You're going to be fine, Midoriya. Turn to look Yairuzu. Realize he get another pick me up speech from her today. Apparently she is really good with those. If Bakugo wants to be raised and angry, let him. He probably already eager to beat you, not just for first place, but for a reason only you to know. He seems to hate you. He probably hates the fact that you even made this far. He will become a rash and predictable. She put a finger on his chest. Show him that you're just good as not better than he is. Maybe he'll start treat you as everyone else ever nicer when you win and teach him some humanity. It wasn't much, but it was the best she could do with the limited time. Midoriya looked at her somewhat surprised. I didn't expect to have such dislike for Kachan. She smiled and said, he doesn't like you, so that's good enough reason for me. Midoriya blushed and said, also, you are good at inspiration speech. She laughed. Well, someone gave me a really good example to learn from today. They both smile at each other, neither say anything but just rehearsing their newfound friendship, and they grow fast. They both similarly and they thought about how much the difference that today even the future could have turned out to be. They didn't want to talk about they were happy with the outcome instead of alternatives. Eh, alright, would the final fight come to the arena? Yairuzu placed her hand on Midori's shoulder, wishing him all her luck. I could really get used to this. Such symmet. Oh, sorry, I brain dead for a moment. Midoriya left and walked out of the ring. He could see Kachan giving a dead glare, clearly furious that they could made it to the finals. Both bowed to one another, crossing the ring. Kachan. Bakugo lifted his head and looked at Deku, both staring at each other. Do you remember the day when I said I'm trying to compete against you? Bakugo glared intensely. Lady Midnight spoke out of her microphone. Combatants, ready. Meteor frowned and bowed, giving him the right. I take it back. Began. Boom. Deku. Why do I do this? Well, he wanted to make Bakugo so mad that he would start the fight irritatingly. It would definitely work. The est- the astonished Midnight started the match. Bakugo was shooting forward like the world's largest, angriest, and explosive bullet. Any other fight, Bakugo would have avoided starting the fight with a right hook. He learned back at the battleground at the damn nerd. He had been examining his move for years. He should be fighting less predictably, but he then just had random go fucking ball say that to me. Bakugo swinging his right hook. Wait a second. Bakugo swinging his right hook, even think, talk, tanking. Just as Midoriya was hoping, he saw the hook projected from a mile away. He moved forward to duck under it. He charged 5% through his arm, filled in direct into Bakugo's dis- disarm. Due to the moment, his charge forward punch, he took his diaphragm completely knocked the wind out of Bakugo. He fell back in the center of the ring, choking the air, returned to his home. He looked at Shideku running to him, the red power disappearing his arm, slowly forming in his leg. Kachiko regained his breath and brought his hand together, forcing outward. Too slow, you fucking nerd! Another explosion rang out through the stadium. Izuku brought his almost perfect face and body from the attack. Switching from the leg is too slow. I have to get away from the edge, from the focus on his explosion. Stop. Stop standing there, idiot. Fight. Meteor saw the bright light spark in his spark to life in front of him. Already barely a drive roll toward Bakugo. Might be less retaliation he's thinking, but this means he is just attacking faster. Not much as I thought he's going to attack. They come out faster, never letting up. Midoriya had no time to think. He whipped back to see Bakugo aiming another blast at him. Big vines beginning out of his face. His eyes looking furious and large. It would be funny if Midoriya didn't find it terrifying. Izuku realized his hand fired a 5% flicker at the same time. Bakugo's explosion erupted from his hand. The air pressure collided with the blast pressure. Midoriya's attack entered his center of explosion, disgusting the blast, stopping it from traveling any further. The smoke and the light from the explosion were covering Midoriya. That was his chance to gain some ground. But Bakugo came through the explosion only few feet away from Midoriya. He could see the spark coming from Kachan's hand, ready to fire and again. It's still too close to the edge. If he hit me, then I'll go out of the ring for sure. Midoriya did the first thing he could think. He tried to stop the blast. He jumped forward to Bakugo, only to put their hand together, clasping them, interweaving their finger. Both began to push each other another. Midoriya was about to activate one for all easily, overpowering Bakugo, but Blondie MC spoke began to spoke. Where is the borrowed power now, Deku? As soon as he heard that, Midoriya felt another familiar burning sensation both of his hand. Bakugo was singing in his hand and stinging his hand, and Midoriya was about to do nothing, but he felt his feet slide back front of him too. So you're trying to compete against me, Deku? You think you can beat me? It doesn't matter. If you got some shitty quirk now, you still nothing, just some pebble on the side of the road, a bug that I could crush wherever I want. The burning just inflated. Midoriya knew he would be getting out of this no problem. He should send one for all to his arm, push Bakugo out no problem, but he just couldn't. The feeling of being burned, Kachan, being burned, Kachan, up close. The personal spitting installed into his face. It was all just too familiar moment like these were enverged permanently into his mind. He was freezing up. All the confidence he had slowly built up from finally having a friend, a quirk, the support from All Might, his mom, finally someone supporting him. It just vanished. In a blink of an eye, just gone. He was shot back time into middle school. Black alleyway under a bandage closed his abdominal. Buildings alone, all of his lackey using his quirk just to punch and kick. All of school grounds make sure Kachan didn't harm him. Perfect record. The only time it has ever happened on school ground, he was caught Midoriya by always blaming aggressive student. After a while, they stopped listening to Midoriya's side of the story. They just wrote him up to set him home. It's not like they didn't understand why to ruin the future of someone with so much potential. It's just that the quirkless kid take the fall and move on with the life. Kachan was amazing, so just all added up. The teacher cared so little, they didn't even call his mother about the write-ups. They figured it didn't matter. Just like back then, fighting back just felt pointless. Mirror felt like we should go through what should be regular routine. Let Kachan vent his anger. Don't fight back, and Zozo make him even angrier. Don't question why he hates you. Because you will never get an answer. Go home, just hide injuries, cry yourself to sleep. Repeat. Midora felt his heel again at the edge of the ring. It was over. God, I fucking hate you. What exactly made you think you could be here, huh? Even after all this time in the middle, so still haven't fucking learned. Are you still to still humiliate me? What kind of victory would be for me to win against a worthless piece of shit like you? He was right. When it came to Midori, Bakugo's action with him was always worse than how he treated anyone else. And there was something about Bakugo that even extras followed him around all the time in the middle school, all agreed upon sometime. He took things way too far. I actually always felt bad for Auntie Inko. She had raised the likes of you all alone. She didn't deserve to have her husband leave her for having a quirkless kid for the first time since gaping struggle made her look up his eye, weren't waiting in shock, or even how she stressed ate herself. Now because of you. She is too nice to deserve that either. Izuku's nose clearing up and bowed firm together. All I have even tried to do, that was my job as a future hero and win, but you, I never seen be able to beat you when it comes to your stupid ideas of being quirkless hero. That one of the reason I hate you, driving your family into the ground, trying to stand up to me, look down onto me. I'm trying to be a hero. I'm always going to win against the villain who ruined their lives. So congratulations, Deku. Izuku felt a power shoot into his arm, his, his strength boiling at his surface, beginning to release. You're my first villain. He gave one last push, shoved Deku out of bounds, and didn't move an inch. What the hell? Bakugo shoved again, but received the same result. Deku didn't move. He looked into Deku's eye, flinched, as his iris pupil were almost non-existent. His broad vanished V and vines actually flushing through his forehead. Red lightning were bulging through his arms. He was dead quiet. All this time, first time I have seen Deku actually pissed. Really fucking pissed. Izuku was hearing the last insult from the 10 years flow through his mind, every awful memory projecting like a movie, all ending with Katsuki said the last 30 seconds. Katsuki has a feeling he should back up. When he let go of Deku's hand, they backed away, or at least he tried until he realized his hands were locked into his fist. Interior with Midoriya's. Midoriya wasn't someone who had possessed anger very well. He always had his anger in a shit. I have to stop for fucking reason. Midoriya wasn't someone who possessed anger very well. He had always had anger in small spurt. He always usually exchanged for it has never been a way went before. A hero didn't hold a grudge after all, but this Kachan said a lot of terrible things to him, but they formed a small insert to his advice from the day, the slime incident. But he never spoken about mother before, or even his personal life in general. It was always just quirkless hero or hero. She is someone he assumed Kachan was eager to forget about or didn't care, but I'm not blaming you for a villain happening to my life. I ruin lives, the villain. Midora woke up today expecting to break his finger, hand and arm. All were above. What he did not expect that he would break both Bakugo's hand. Ah! Bakugo screamed in agony. They were broken. Midora out of his trance. He felt something hot Sticky threw down his hand and looked down, felt his hand crushing Kachan's. What am I doing? He shoved Bakugo off and ran to the center ring away. From that he turned back to see Kachan suffering that severe damage. Kachan's hand looked like he went his own usual, looked like he break them, but darker instead of odd pushing color. They were more blacker than anything else. Blood was dropping from Bakugo's hand into the floor. What have I done? Made a look at Bakugo could only feel guilt. He had experienced the pain more time than he could count. He never wished upon upon even worst enemy. Expect he did flint the pain into the worst enemy. The entire audience was quiet around the entire time. They were able to hear what the two were talking about. They just witnessed. But it was pretty bad. Bakugo tried to form explosion in head, but it got few small sparks before it the Invonius pen. You for you're fucking dead. He charged Midoriya, launching a knee towards Deku's stomach. Izuku managed to block it, but it was elbowed by Cheek, and opening Bakugo tried to kneel him again. This time, he succeeded. Pain shoot through Midoriya's abdomen. It was pain to get away from Kachan. He raised up and Flicker standing back trembling. The situation was now reversed from the start of the match. Baku was now on the close to edge of from the comfort. Bakugo realized the situation couldn't fathom it. No, 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 no. What the fuck is happening? How dare he? The fucking Deku probably think he is won now. If he really underestimated like that, then he has another thing coming. Who gave the damn out broken hand? Ha 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 ha. Medea was still progressing all this. He had just broken both of his casques and now he was laughing. Hey Deku, you spent all the time studying my quirk, thinking the different move, how it worked. I assume you have gone over what I could do in a castle situation like so. Tell me now, what happens when a human body is heavily injured? What? What is he talking about? Let's see. Sniffed and the joint muscles, the saps, expensive. Oh, expensive sweating. Bakugo shot out in the air. Pain be damned. He was winning the goddamn fight. He began to shoot small explosion pops of himself in a spiral motive toward Deku. Blood spurted from his every blast. Midoriya saw and realized it was going to be Bakugo's final move. Whether he like it or not, he would be able to fight after all with those injuries. But with Furious Kasky injured or not, he could very be Midoriya's last attack as well. He had put maximum power into he wanted to pull this off. His right arm had taken far more beating than his left arm. He is using the arm that probably come for a little less than anger from recovery god. One for all, 100%. Detroit. Bakugo shot for the spiral smoke at the lighthouse. Impact. Smash. Both rocket their hands forward one another. For the second time that day, the audience had to keep cover the massive explosion ripping across the stadium. A large tornado smoking the light consuming the ground area. The area eventually the light died. Everyone slowly looked back onto the field. The arena were nothing but rebels at the point. They saw the Bakugo had landed where Midoriya landed. Both of them again opposite as the wall, the arena facing each other, both unconscious but bounded. Midnight spoke. Both combatant are out of boundary, are unable to continue. Neither and was satisfied it will break. Midnight covered the sea covered with cement to decide to come out commits a draw. Midoriya expected two things to happen when he woke up. First, he would get kicked out of by Kachan for breaking his hand. Then he expected Refugal to heal him, then proceed to repeat the smack on his head then an hurricane. The first lucky didn't happen. The second, however, smack, smack, smack. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, I'm sorry. Refugal kept on her assault as he began to berate him. 3 times. 3 times you have come here today with the broken bones. That was a new record. Even after you figure out how not to stop it, you still managed to break yourself. Her assault ended aside. Besides, you should really be apologizing to the boy for his hand. The healer said, pointing right at Midoriya. He turned his head to see the second bed from the room, filled with Kachan. Midoriya realized he was there the whole time, probably due to Kachan unnaturally quiet. You did quite the number on his hand. His arms had been worse than his left after all the attack, but they should heal just okay due to both of your intercom finger. You managed to mostly avoid his finger. Now I don't know what caused you to do this, Jim, but I hope you can sort it out. I'll be right back. I'm going to erase both of your conditions. They wanted both of you for the award ceremony as soon as possible. With she walked out of the room, leaving the formal friends alone. Midori looked at Bakugo. Again, he was staring at the wall in front of the bed, not even glaring and starting staring at it. Midori looked at his hand, noticed the cuts were torn off, the piece of them was side of the bed on the floor. Kachan mostly like the intimidating tone then when he healed severely. Speaking of which, Midori looked at his hand. It was most likely only expect his right hand, but his scars exactly like Midoriya running across his hand. Midoriya couldn't help but feel guilty what he did. What Kachan said was awful over the line. It's Kachan. He always had a plenty to bark back up his bite, but ever since got to UA, all of his threads become empty. Just none filled with threads. The cheap providing. He never actually meant anything, at least not anymore. Ever since the battle training, he hasn't acted out or out to anyone. Apparently, Mr. Aizawa chewed him out of the expensive violence. All Might said it was enough for a punishment, but Aizawa clenched up his apparent and a favoritism toward Midoriya. It did make everyone else excuse that Midoriya is less intimidating by Bakugo. The rest of the class would take the empty threats. Sorry. Um, empty threats. Fuck. Yes. Nothing did come frustration. They knew it would come anger towards the Bakugo, never true to this world. Midoriya knew to this too. Bakugo had barely even spoken to him since UA started. With how much Bakugo wanted to be here, he would actually harm him without proper reasoning, but he still hurt Bakugo badly. Midoriya knew everything Kachan said in the ring. It was purely just to provoke him, just to make him feel bad. In Midoriya's eye, it didn't just breaking his said person bands. He turned to Kachan and spoke, I'm sorry about your hand. I want to fuck off. Midoriya hated he halted his apology, not totally surprised Kachan action. However, he was surprised how quiet it was. It wasn't a yell, just a slightly below noise, normal person speaking volume. The kind of memento. Bakugo turned to his head toward Midoriya's cut. They're disgusting. They disgust him. Hated how similar the scars were. It felt unnatural to share something with Deku. If Deku even thinks of trying empathize and connect with me because of how similar injury, I'm going to blast my own head off. He was now even more disgusted at the outcome of the fight. Fucking Deku, he managed to not to make it to the final, but Bakugo draw. It wasn't just his pride feel hurt, but his own self-image. Both of their thoughts were interrupted by the door busting. I'm here for the opening door like I'm here, opening the door like a normal person. Ah, again, I guess. All Might walked into the room, hand in his hip, and enslaving a smile placed on his face. Good afternoon, young Midoriya, young Bakugo. I would like you to congratulate both of you for your victory and give praise for your outstanding performance through the festival. All Might said, giving thumbs up. Oh, thank you so much, All Might. Bakugo continued looked into the wall. Now I have come here for a second reason. The award ceremony, we actually not have two gold medals at the moment, but far not. We have decided to give it to Deku, eh? Give it, give it to now. We have decided to give it to Deku. Katsuki said, huh? Both All Might and his successor turned to Bakugo as what he sighed. All Might continue. Gave the meaningless fucking medal to Deku. A draw means nothing, is worth nothing. That's not a victory. And I refuse to go along with any sort of bullshit idea you guys have get both of us on. I didn't win. Shit. Give the first place to fucking Deku. I don't care. I'll just win for real next time. With that, Bakugo turned back to his wall. Silence were washing over the room. Well, I can say I agree with your statement or your choices of language, but it is your decision nonetheless. You did very well, young Bakugo. I look forward to your next match. Now, young Midoriya, this is a lucky day. Thanks to young Bakugo, you will get the full medal instead of half one. Midoriya raised an eyebrow, and what? That was your plan on breaking that half? Not important. Now we must be off. Head to the ring immediately. Leave like a hero would be first, and with a purpose like I need to go to the bathroom after a long movie. Midoriya then realized that All Might was probably running out of time for paces. He stood up from the bed carefully, minding a split on his left arm. Recovery Girl wasn't fully healed him yet. He took hold of the door handle. Then he looked back at Kachan, who was staring at nothing. Why do I get this feeling that these things are going to get even more complicated? Now, the end of the sport festival, the award ceremony. The crowd cheered at midnight announced. Midoriya stood up at the top at the first place priested, and with that he started a small pit in his stomach. From the last fight, he couldn't help but feel ecstatic that he was actually here. He really did it. For All Might, his mom, for Yaoruzu, he did it. Izuku really did his best not to cry for a few tears. I haven't even gotten my medal yet I'm crying. If All Might tells me if he is proud of me, I'll float the stadium. Midnight waited for the crowd to calm down, and it only seems that the fitting to have a special guest hang out the medal, the symbol of peace himself. I'm here with the medals. All, all might. They both said up at the one other. All Might put his hand together apologetically. Sorry, I cut you off. As the crowd started to remember themselves as All Might arrives, Hero walked to the second place podium and Midnight made an announcement to the audience. Since the first place is draw this year, there is no second place. Second was supposed to be both Tokiyami and Ida, but unfortunately Ida had family emergency had to cut early. We hope we can all understand. All Might please present the medal. Midoriya's eye widened. Family emergency? What happened? I guess I have to ask Uraka about it. I hope he's okay. All Might clears his throat and walk over to Tokiyami and he placed the second place medal on his neck. Young Tokiyami, you're sure a strong one. Tokiyami bowed his head. Thank you, Your Honor. He was suddenly pulled into awkward hug by May All Might. His back shoved right into the number one zero pyramid pit. You can rely slowly on your quirk in a fight, especially in a bad matchup, but once you're home on the other skill you will nearly incredible force. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for honoring me too highly. He smiled like a justice. He smiled like justice. All Might then stopped to number one platform for Meton Major. Then he turned to other young Bakugo as girls stepped down from the first place position due to a personal morals issue. He also didn't wanted to come out here, so I guess that it makes Sumidoro the first year champion. The majority audience gave a cheer while the others were still questioning but decided to roll with it. On my step to Izuku, young Midoriya. With that was it. It was all it took. Midoriya tears started flowing again. All Might figured it would happen, so he faced by it. He wasn't faced by it. He placed a medal on Izuku. You may have caused damage today. Not to just yourself, but even so, you pushed through the pain. Coming back to you, even evolve yourself to stop this injury. For the most part, young Midoriya, you truly have a bright future as a hero. The victory only come on many to come. All Might brought Izuku into her, patting his back, and whispered no one could possibly hear him. Meet me at the teacher lounge after. I'm very proud of you, young man. All Might stood back and ruffled Midoriya's hair. Upon the stand, Todoroki looked at such fatherly type action between two. I knew it. All Might turned back toward the crowd. Every student here today has potential, not only win but amazing hero. They be amazing hero. Today they are mere sparks that will turn into mighty flames of tomorrow, ready to burn bright and light out and our way forward. With that mind, let's give one last year all together now. Plus, thank Thanks for all your hard work. Ultra. Wait, what? Well, I just thought everybody worked very hard. Meteor and Takuma were walking to the main entrance of the stadium. They met up with the other cow. Once they met up, the two didn't seem to get chance to speak before being swallowed by the group of congratulating the Midoriya saw Yaoyorozu in the back of the cart. She smiled and gave him a thumbs up. She muttered later. Izuku nodded and continued with his class back to the school. Deku, congratulations, you are amazing. You too, Tokiyami. Uraka exclaimed. Thanks, Uraka. But what happened to the? What was about the family? Uraka suddenly looked down. Oh, apparently his parents called his brother was attacked by the villain. He is in the hospital. What do you know of his brother going to make it? I don't know. He tried to contact him, but make sure he was okay. But he gone quiet. Media looked back and thought, Aida, your brother was how all, brother was to you how All Might was to me. I really hope you're okay. Kirishima tapped Midoriya's shoulder. Hey man, first I gotta say, you were super manly today. Even though breaking Bakugo's hand was pretty extreme, I didn't thought it will keep Bakugo calm, so he won't yell at yell at you today. Midoriya looked over to see Bakugo staying away from the group. His hands were in his pocket, eyeing his feet as he walked. Yep, Midoriya thought, definitely going to get more complicated. Thanks, Kirishima. Me, that means a lot. As they made her back to the class, they head back to locker room, change into the regular uniform. As Momo was bottom up on her blazer, as Ashido started to speak to her. So, Momo, I and plenty of others have noticed you were basically attached to Midoriya's ship today. Any chances there could be that our class's first romance? Momo sighed as she shut her locker. No, Mina, not at all. It's not like that. He just helped me today with something more important. We don't know each other very well, but I'm glad I can call him my friend. Mina crossed her arm, raised an eyebrow. Her dark eyes squinting at Momo's disbelief. So you're saying it's possible? So he's saying it's possible. It seems like Mina. With that, Momo left the locker room. Oh, come on, it can be one only things that the word would be adorable, right? Mina began to discuss with Tori and Tasura and Irakanjiro. Both were their best to ignore the conversation. Let's get up the locker as soon as possible. Both were thinking the same. Why I'm feeling this? Why do I hate the thought of other two together? Everyone had re-entered the classroom. The classroom was waiting for Aizawa. Midoriya looked back at Ida's empty seat once again, having concern fill his stomach. He couldn't think much of it. Mr. Aizawa entered the room, Muffed by bandage. Mr. Aizawa spoke. So you can all rest up. You have tomorrow and day after off. Tomorrow after day off. The shooting report will be there. You will enjoy your break. Starting now. Get out. He then proceeded to awkwardly try to climb onto his sleeping bed using his cats. Kaminari spoke. Wait, why did you have to even come here if you were going to tell us to leave? You couldn't have said that in the entrance. As I look over his shoulder at the class, I'll be happy to give you some of my unsanded lesson if you stay so badly. Everyone was out of the classroom. My millisecond expect for two. Midoriya was there in a hurry because he had to see All Might. Tom was still because one less actually it was sounded too weird to her. They both stood up the class together. Moment Iarazu immediately turned around about Midoriya panicked in confusion. What are you doing, Iarazu? I'm thanking you for everything you've done today. I still have a long way to go. I self-image away. I have still way to go. I still damage, but you have saved me from falling into deeper despair. From that, I'm too scared that even the image you can carry out the promise, and even I thought it would possible to thank you, Midoriya. Midoriya look up and shocked, but responds, "It's really no problem, Yaruza, but just trying to help." He stood up, straight up again and laughed. Anyway, selflessness, Midoriya. I'll find a way to repay you someday. That's not necessary. To me, it is. Now, come on. I can start repaying you by letting you chauffeur give you a ride home. She started to walk away, but Midori stopped her. Actually, I have something else. Thank you to the offer. Oh, I guess I'll see you after the break, Midori. With that, she started to walk away. As they walked down to the hallway together, Midori were a bit uneasiness as the whole situation. Izuku's life friend were hard to come by. It took him 15 years to find his first friend, a real friend, not friend who decided he was worthless or some bother to follow him around, but the people who genuinely like him. He already felt like Uraraka and Ida were a miracle to the rest of his classmates, were treating him nicely, whether not a scoff at. Also, someone of Yairuzu's caliber just needed to be sure. Yairuzu? She stopped and said, yes? I was wondering when we go back to Skull, we are still going to be friends, or the thing will go back to they were. Immediately asking, rubbing his head. What? Of course we'll still be friends. Why would that be? I don't know. I guess a lot of today I was afraid I was just ad, ad, admire line like after I said that you were just a heat of the moment, not friend, just something else. Momo walked back to him and put his hand on his shoulder. I can assure you, Midoriya, you and I are permanent friends. That is my promise to you. Midoriya looked back at her, forgetting he was nearly half-headed, shouted than she was. I think I should ask All Might how he got so tall. Maybe he has tips. I just still feel that Midoriya was unsure of this, but in ideas sparking her. So, if you want proof here, she created a pen and a small piece of paper using her character and began to write. She handed to Midori, revealing to be her phone number. Friends take to contact, right? Text me later so I can have your number. Feel free to text me anytime. My house in my house can I feel big and empty, make it somewhere a bit lonely at some times. So I'll always be able to talk about anything really. I really do have to go through. I really see you later, Midoriya. This time she actually made it out of the door, fully taking her leave. Midoriya was stunned what happened. I have two girls phone number, three if you count my mom. Wait, what? That's so lame. I should tell All Might. Wait, what crap? He's still waiting for me to head off to the teacher lounge to meet All Might. Izuku opened the room to All Might in the couch normal form. He then the number one hero looked up to him with the sound of the door opening and smiled and saw who it was. Young Midoriya, come over here. Midoriya come over the couch opposite. All Might sat down and the All Might reached across the table, roughed Izuku's hair. Kid, I can tell you're trying to make me proud, even gave me a heart attack. Either way, you were outstanding. I'm sorry I didn't check on you and had injury, but recovery girl said your friends were around, and I couldn't get enough talk for flock for favoritism, so it is showing up to the check only. Specifically, to wouldn't have a worry look, wouldn't have to look so good. Meteor nervously chuckled. I don't understand. I don't worry. I understand. Yeah, that would have looked good at all, especially when Todoroki thinks about us. What does young Todoroki think? So, oh, nothing, just. Speaking of Todoroki, do you think I did the right thing by making him use his fire? All my place hand on his chair. I figured that you were doing. No one could easily hear what he was going to down there to unless you were yelling. But for some, what I can make out, I assume that you that much. Yeah, I just wanted to help. He was living taped in his past. I feel that. Yeah, I just feel that. I felt that they want to really be hero. They should be facing his entirely. But I put put my main on the line. I could have easily lost because I put myself in something else, someone else's business, but someone else's business. So did I do right thing? All my sat back and staring and smiled. Young Midoriya, absolutely. First of all, win wasn't luck. You control one for all amazingly, and you learn a new way to fight, like your air launch, all in one battle. But more importantly, you did exactly what a hero should do, giving help to others even they don't ask for it. That's the true essence of being a hero. Essence of being hero. Midoriya thought back to Yairo's. We had helped her when she didn't ask. Now they are friends. Then, th- then, then smiled both Yairo's and Todoroki's face after he helped them. It is exactly what they want to be hero, not because using their own smile to protect people, but also make them smile too. Maybe All Might is right. I should just sit back and help, not just help because they didn't ask for it. Some people needed help just because they can ask for it. Young Midoriya, would you like to speak about your fight with Bakugo for once? Bakugo wasn't yelling at you and struggling at the ring, but what happened into his hand, I can assume that it would definitely wasn't good. Izuku looked at All Might with uncertainty and decided to go over it. I'm sorry about it, just he said something to me that infronted me. I know that Kasan says a lot of things it doesn't actually mean when he's angry has a lot of things, but in the heat of the moment, the time thought his normal dislike to me felt angry that then the fight pushed me to say bad things. All Might sighed up and got up and sat on the sat at the coffee table in Midoriya front of Midoriya. He placed hand on his successor head. I know you didn't know everything about you too. I know you weren't ready to speak about your history when, but you will one day to be a hero. It is individual to be to that. You will have to work together. At the some point, at the state of a relationship is it is at now. That seems impossible. Maybe your past is something that really can be worked through, and if so, I understand. But it would be best for if you both had lasted to- tolerant on one another. Um, Scratch that. If he would have just tolerated you, Midoriya snarled at his face in frustration. He hates me. He wants me nothing to do with him. I hate him, but I want to forget about the past. It would be better that way. The past isn't something that you shouldn't be forgetting. It's something you need to acknowledge and face down. Trying to forget the history that will blind you when you come and it's spread you. Your past is one of the reason that you become what you which are now. Which turned to lead me see that you are a perfect successor. Well, you have our past. Well, we have our past issue. I told Samakor. I told I was I too was quirkless, but I didn't want to forget that. I shaped it into wanting nothing more to become a symbol of for everyone to hold back up. What? All my stop as if he due to media outburst. You were quirkless? All might realize he had never really told him that before. Yes. Well, yes, it was one of the many reasons I chose you. I could relate to you and saw the piece of me inside you. I guess I didn't say anything because you didn't ask to seem. That's hypothetical as hell. Stationary shrunk back at embarrassment, remembering the day that he first met. The first met, rubbing his back. Yeah, I'm sorry, but they were here right now. I could have chosen any better. He puffed up from the mask. Go beyond plus ultra, being a perfect successor to me. You're amazing. Then he gave a thumbs up. Midora gave back an unassuming look. You're lucky. You're so endearing. Ha ha ha. Yes, I am. Now go home and rest up, my boy. You earned it. Now you see you're in the class in 2 days. Midora made the home with a lot of his mind. Midora made it to home with lots of mind. With that, it happened yesterday from Yaruzu Todoroki actually winning the first day. He couldn't deny it. It was good day. He got to his first door and looked down, and there was leaking out under the door. Oh boy. He turned the knob with the water rushed at the apartment, knocking him on the ground, only immediately picked right back up by a bear hug. that could crush All Might in his buff form. Izuku, my baby! I know, I couldn't make that noise. He, he might be soaking wet, suffocating from the hug. He is essentially water bonding. And then he received the tear from his mother, standing right now. He couldn't help but smile. Yeah, it's a good day. 13 times. Can you believe it? I passed out 13 times since the start of the cavalry battle. The six were dehydration. I needed the neighbors to watch over me to give me water. When you got froze in the glens, Inko exclaimed, sharing her story. The two Midoriya sat at the dinner table at the night at the sport festival. They were eating their dinner, chatting about the ex- excitement of the day. Today, after they mopped the tears flooding apartment, of course, haha, you got me beat at the category, mom. I might be cried too, but it takes the but that takes the cake. I was so scared yet so proud at the same time. I couldn't help but when that Korkovir showed up, I was happy yet terrified of the toll it took on your body. But the most part of the final regain it. The moment you started to use it and not break anything, the eighth time I passed out. Oh honey, you were amazing. Made a look at down his foot, embarrassment from all his praise. Sometime he definitely wasn't used to getting his life. He looked back up and somehow felt his mom was taking hand across the table. A more sad expression of Izuku. I already know said this, but I fully support you. I already know you had a heart of a hero, but that new quirk of yours scares me. She rubbed her thumb across the new scar. It still does, but after today I saw you up the skin. I just see my son Izuku. I saw my son Izuku, the future pro hero. Inkoli started to quiver, a tear pumping into her voice becoming shaky. Izuku leaned forward and concerned asked her what was wrong, but she continued to he could. And again, I know I said this before, but I can't help but feel guilty for what I said all those years ago. I know you might not want to speak about the past, speak about it, but please, I know you fully support. I'll fully support you. I'll help in a way I could make sure that your dream is reality. Izuku thought back what All Might said the past. He cannot just forget it. He needs to acknowledge it and continue from the who they are. This is good beginning for his dad. If anyone deserves to have their past settled, it's mom. I can't have her living with the guilt. I cannot live with the sadness around the memory beside his long arm. Midora put his arm around top of her. Mom, I won't lie to you and say that I didn't hurt me back then, but you were the best you could give any mother who found their children ever quirkless of the world. There were a million times to tough than other, and in a way, I should actually thank you what you said. Inku put a confused look. Midori took a side and continued. What you said to me, it made me what proved to that I could be a hero. I wanted me to make you proud. You think that I could do it. You always reminded me my dream pushed me forward, even if you didn't support me no matter what how bad the day were has gotten. Someday there were only things that put smile onto my face, he said, thinking some practically very bad days from his middle school. You saved me more times than I could count, so please never feel guilty for what you said because it was the one thing that main reason I am here. I am being able to follow the dream. All might may be my favorite poor hero, but you are my true hero in my life. The next thing Izuku knew, the dinner table was filled with the dinner table left the dinner side direct into the wall, so his mother could probably have crushed down her son. Thank you, Izuku. Oh my baby. She was she wasn't heavily sobbing at like usual. Her tears were like water house, yeah. But this was quiet, just softly repeating, "Thank you," into his shoulder. He returned the hug from much he could. I really have to do best, Mom. The mother and son both cleaned up after dinner. They both were cooked for a night. Ainko was drinking glass of water. Keep herself hydrated after crying again. I am too emotional sometimes, more exhausted than you, right now, Izuku, she said with a laugh, wiping away the tears staining her cheeks. Midora laughed as but it looked to her as whooping her face. He specifically focused at her ring, which had begun after 10 years now. You know, I should have covered those thin bandages over tonight. It's time for her to be truly happy again. Mom, I think we should start dating again. Was taken back by and wide-eyed. A very emotional day was unexpected, but that was definitely something that never crossed her mind. Mom, it has been 10 years since Hasashi left. There are many of the guys there who would be lucky to spend time the second time with Hasashi. Definitely look what we granted. Yeah, just sometime I think you should think about it and go good night. He immediately go book to his room. Izuku made his room, shut the door. It didn't think my heart and body could take much more of today. Time finally relaxed. I should see if there anything big in the hero news today. Popped down onto all my bed sheet and began to screaming his phone. I started to pat both of his pockets and look around his bed and table beside and nowhere to be seen. Oh, I must have left an uniform pocket. The coat cannot open his clothes and river to enough to the pocket of school uniform as he found grabbed it and pulled something else. He pulled both items, see his phones and some slip of a paper. He gasped as himself. I couldn't believe I forget his phone number. Meteor back went back on his bed and typed a number in the contact, saving it as Yairozu. Should I text her? What what she said later didn't mean later tonight or sometime some other time later. I should at least give her my number like she asked. Midoriya began to compose a text message and could rival politely shaking his head. Hey, it's Midoriya. Perfection. Oh, hey Midori, it's funny. I just began to wonder if you had forgotten about me. Izuku felt a blast of mention. I did forgotten. Anyway, how are you? Any of your inches are fully healed or acting up? No. Oh no, I'm fine. Gabriel might be becoming less tolerant of me, but she does do her job well. That's good, but you still chatting over text. Oh, why do you even do that? Sorry, it just kind of happens. No worries. Beside, it helps me to imagine you are saying these and just saying these texts. It suit you. Thank you. By the way, what happened to Ida? It was thinking about inventing him and Uraka hanging out after school and week ago. I'm usually not type to set up to get together, but I would think it will help him to wonder if since we are friends, if you want to come with us. I mean, I don't have no problems. Over the end, Yarizu giggled at his new friend' awkward antics. They were not even talking face to face, yet she can picture him saying she sent back a reply. Of course, I would love to. Let's discuss the detail at school. It's later, and especially you need rest. Great. Yeah. Well, we'll talk then. We'll talk later then. Good night, Yairozu. Well, sleep well, Midoriya. Midoriya put his phone down and laid back under the cover and staring at the ceiling. I texted with a girl over the phone. I mean, I texted Uraraka before, but those have 2 or 3 messages at the time. Just a question or with a response. It was a full-blown conversation. Midoriya look over his own mini Almighty poster, especially focus and limited edition poster with a silver age All Might with the face, you can do it. The poster across the front. He knew it was a pretty cheesy poster, but I finally getting hold of one for all. I made a new, hopefully 2 friends. Today I kind of won the sport festival. My relationship with mom is getting even better, and I'm somewhat conversation with the prettiest girl in the class, so maybe I can do it eventually. With that, Midoriya turned to his lamp and did something that he has been becoming more frequent of the past two. He fell asleep with a smile on his face. Momo had sent her good night to Midoriya and laid back to her massive bed. Today was turned out to match better than she expected. She still had a burning pit in her heart. Her failure was something that she could plug into her mind, but she utterly become blasted. What the fuck happened right now? What the fuck? Oh no, nothing, sorry. You see, my pet cat suddenly came to me. I got scared. Momo sent her, her failure was something that she could plug into her mind. She utterly butchered her fight. Momo couldn't help but feel her success at the USJ within. How may I supposed to fight a more villain if I can even fight one of my classmates in training? Her entire tower of confidence for herself being torn down. Second, she wasn't sure how she would have fared if a nervous wreck of a green-haired boy couldn't show up at the rebuild. It was a good finding of the tower. Midori was the thing that plugged up the whole new her heart, keeping her spirit from the splitting out. He was an auditory to her, to say the least. Even with his shyness and the lack of confidence, his attitude somehow just screamed, "You can do it." She had yet to learn Miriam's full reasoning for wonder if they would still be friends after today, but she knew it wasn't. She definitely not going to give up on someone like that. She had a long way to go from here, as a lot of rebuilding. But with Midoriya on her other financial help, maybe she could do it. Next day at UA, Toshinori walked to the hall as the UA head UA and headed to the principal's office, dressing in oversized yellow suit. He contemplated with a surprise meeting was about. With the event of yesterday and about young matter, I hope is far more positive than review than my teacher as my successor. The number one hero knocked out the door, mouth bare, principal's office door. Come in. Toshinori opened the door and saw the principal staring at his desk, looking at the blueprint. Good afternoon, All Might. I hope this meeting is inconvenient in your any way. No, it is always pleasure to come see you, Nezu. Why, thank you, tea. Why, thank you, tea. All Might nodded and took the cup from the animal genius. All Might looked back at the blueprint and Nezu's desk. They seem to be building design. What are these? Nezu looked down. Nothing. Just designing for idea having the dome system, but I would doubt that they will build or many times. So maybe give it a few years. So maybe I can sure they wonder why they're here today. Yes. If you don't mind me asking to start, I would like to command command comment you and Midoriya a standing performance yesterday. You seem to be teaching him use his score quite well. I am right assuming you taught him how to control it. Sure, hope so. Nezu paused a drink. What was that? Christian realized he had said aloud. I mean, yes, I did. At least practically, young Midoriya figured out a lot on his own. He is smart. He hardly keeps up. All Might chuckled nervously. Nezu laughed a bit. Well, that just means you have chosen a very wisely. I am also sure his friends have helped him out quite a bit. Miss Iroh was surely helped him with a mind like her. All Might did dog the talk. Wait, young Iroh, did you realize that you were close? Apparently, there must be. I called a girl about his injury yesterday. See, they were becoming more worrisome. She said it was fine and joked about how he had he healed it perfectly. If he keep receiving the hug from such pretty girl, I then put things two and two together when I called yesterday and they were yesterday complaining about the green mob hair and a rich girl. Amla couldn't believe that he was hearing. He proceeded to start laughing. Ha ha ha. All Might wiped his mouth of the blood, still giggling to himself. I'm sorry, Nezu. It's just. I know it. you anything about young Midori. It's just not he's not smooth with the ladies. Not that I don't think he is capable of a relationship. He is amazing young man. Would anyone be lucky to have him? But on my flashback that during that day Izuku standing a pretty girl about middle age was on her morning jog as they were cleaning the beach. She was complicated. She was complicated that Midoriya's new muscular body was poised and blushed up and was trying to pass out. It was just not specially, precisely. Nezu raised an eyebrow. The last I checked, it wasn't you either. Should I bring up the New Year incident? No, no, thank you, Toshin said, remembering the week of the embarrassment. Nezu was out of his cup of tea. It was still something you should speak with him about a romance. It could definitely complicated thing. Now, only has a hero in training, he definitely complicated complete complicates complicate one for all, and the possible people that will come along with have to told him about you know who. All might gain a more serious expression. No, not yet. How to tell a kid here if you mind one day that fact that he has to face the greatest evil of the world has ever known. It's your decision on one when it will tell him, but he will have to know eventually. All thinking that's all expecting from one thing while he is popular as Todoroki or Bakugo. Midoriya definitely has a favorite of the scout. It is only 24 hours. He pulled 200 rupees. Also, I pull one out of the out of you might want to look. Nezu opened the desk door and pulled out a price of paper and handed to me. Toshinori read it and hacked up blood over his shock. But he couldn't take his eye off and had a half cover in blood. Pro Hero Gran Torino. A surprise offer, I guess. 2 days after sports festival, Nadira was in his regular morning training, headed to UA, fully rested, already head back to school. Well, he would have been if he hadn't spent the hour of 9 a.m. yesterday to 1 a.m. Today talking with Yairozu on the phone. He could never been a so-called tech addicted. He really only used it for hero news, music, and videos. The occasionally call his mom or all might be for UA. He never really had any friend texted. He can and he spent plenty of time with before but now this he has gotten a way taste of what it looked like to speak with a friend only. His phone were essentially to grab his hand. Talking with Yairose, and actually she is nice, really nice. Being socially interacted wasn't really even a problem. He didn't have think of a response or right away say something like anytime. She was fully on topic, so the burden of trying to find a way to continue a conversation was lifted away his shoulder. He had learned a decent chunk about her. He had learned her first time using her quirk, how she practically making Russian nesting doll for her love, her for her love for illustration and fuck, for her love for just doll, fucking dolls. Yep. Her birthday, her piano, and other musical skill and more. Apparently, after hanging around, Jiro had actually picked up an affinity of a rock. She found a new favorite band, and that was centuries old. She said the band was perfectly fused with great piano work, operating and rocks. She seemed pretty aesthetic about they called Queen or something like that. Had a look into it later. Midori keep his own personal information out at the suffer level. His love for heroes, his birthday as soon as one. He might have take a talking with his mom, but he was definitely wasn't ready to be dug deep into his past with anyone just yet. He had only really known for a few days. Uraraka and Ida didn't know even anything. Speaking of whom, pro-hero Ingenium still hospitalized after being assaulted by the hero killer known as Stain. Stain whereabouts are still unknown, and the hero killer has been suspected. Last known location was the Hosu city, which the site of the attack. Soon we will Midori stop as he reading his phone after he still had a heartbreak from Ida since the first was hoping his little get together plan. It will work out. Ida needed friends by his side right now. Pissed. Hey kid. Midori looked up to his phone and a businessman trying to get it. I know you're Midori, one of the kid who won the sport festival. You were awesome. Midori blushed. Oh, thank you. Wait, Midoriya? Oh, it's really him. So cool. Can I get a picture? My daughter loves you. He's shorter than I thought. Your arms okay? Your arms okay? That was one powerful coach you got. You broke out that loud kid's hand. Epic. Ignoring the question, commenting the last guy, Midoriya was in a shock. How many people recognized him? The people thought that he was cool. He was aesthetic at the right now if he was in a lack of the social skill, making him essentially shut down all the attention. The crowd suddenly gave him thumbs up, said, keep the great work, hero. Thank you. Hopefully not all the train ride would be like this. 15 minutes later, the rain was pouring down. So Izuku walked to the entrance of the U with the umbrella, just as was but either but enter when he heard a footstep loud enough to stop behind. Poncho, good morning, madam. You must be hurry. We had 5 minutes until the first ball. Enough till dying. Oh yeah, okay. Both of them entered the building and began to putting their individual rain back into their gear as in the locker. You thought it was going to be one of the only times that Ida today now felt like better than the asked Ida's Ida, I was wondering, I am okay, Midori. My brother is alive and he is able to heal. He turned to look at Midori with a smile. I'm sorry I worried you. Thank you for caring. Elite both began to talk, walk to the class. To Izuku, that answer felt unsatisfying. He understood more than anyone what it was like to hide your pain and sadness. Izuku was trained in the art of fake smiling, so he could see the right through Ida's. But we shouldn't push it for now. It is still fresh wound trying to make up to him now. The irritation it irritated him. He needed right now to some kind of distraction so Midoriya could put his plan into action. Hey Ida, I was thinking we'll come hanging out with our friends after school. Do you want to come? Ida turned his head to me. Sorry, Midoriya, I really would like to spend time with my mother. I hope you understand. Of course, I understand. But just remember, we are here. You're here for you, Ida. Me and Urakasi, all of us. Ida grabbed the doorknob, handled and he entered the classroom. Looked at me there with a thank you. With that, he walked to the door. As he went inside the desk, now Izuku was really unsatisfied with that. He was mostly fake smile Ida could put up. That didn't mean anything good. Izuku was talking over the phone when he sit down. Kachan didn't look to him even walk by. I'm going to ignore me. I'll check it. Ignoring me for some screaming at me any day. Midoriya look at last minute just to see Aris looking at him. Good morning, Midoriya. I see. I'm sorry for keeping you up so late. Oh, no, it's okay. I lost track of time. Mama smiled back to Ida's desk. So, she nodded toward Ida with about realized. She said, so, Midoriya sighed and looked at it's okay, Midoriya. We can still go back with the other. Perhaps being alone with thought. Maybe I can ask Mr. May I ask Emma. He stopped when he heard the door open, furiously gumping Mr. Aizawa. Izuku should see throwing an apologetic smile at Yaris and she giggled at his antics. An interaction that girl wasn't missed by gravity defying girl and a rock girl. Angelus grape handed the boy. Morning. Moment to voice at the teacher said. He then. It's good to see you all of bandage, Mr. Azova. Read it. She sighed. The old coat of the far too expensive in her healing process, but it just. Today we are a special hero information class. Most of us began to imagine they could mean, ah man, hero laws and junk. I terrible at that, Kaminari thought. Kaminari was clenching his seat, finger closed, not popping. Top quiz, not a pop quiz. Please, not a pop quiz. Today I'll be choosing your hero allies. All right. The entire class made glad. Now, the pick up the hero names as I said, settle down before you get out of the scouting. The report from the determine which pros you believe you are capable of getting now. Absolute no fun, no funny business. Minato slammed his head into the stupid adults. Here is the result of the specific few capture attempts of the most. One, I look up the screen. Todoroki, for 3,123. Bakugo, 4,000. Bakugo 3,456. Midoriya 3,245. Tokiyami 360. Ida 301. Kaminari 272. Yairozu 108. Kirishima 68. Uraraka 20. Zero 40. A few began to complain they wasn't fair. The top three each. The top three were the powerful. Izuku's eye blaming out is at 3,245. 3,245. 45 heroes were interested in him. They thought it had great potential, just like All Might did. He wouldn't have cried at the spot if he did notice something else. But default, he had won the tournament. Yet Todoroki and Baku were ahead of his request. My bones. They must have been scared of my cousin breaking my limbs. Damn, I need to get one for all under control.